Hi friends, Vinay Kumar here, International NLP and IAS coach. In this video, my dear friends, I'm going to share with you 3 mistakes that you must avoid when it is 10 days to prelims exam. Okay? Say yourself, I'll take this information very seriously and I'll avoid these mistakes so that very high possibility is there of me clearing this exam. Say that to yourself before you watch this video further, my dear friends, because these 3 mistakes a lot of aspirants commit in the last 10 days and jeopardize their chances of clearing the exam even when they are so close to clearing it. So get ready to avoid these 3 mistakes in the next 10 days to the prelims. I mean, in the next day, when it is just 10 days to the prelims exam, my dear friends. Fair enough? Superb. So, mistake number 1 in the last 10 days, avoid shiny object syndrome. Do you get that, my dear friends? See, what I'm trying to tell you is this is a time when every institute would be releasing a lot of material on the current affairs, compiled 100 most anticipated topics and all these things, my dear friends. I mean, institutes are justified in doing it maybe with the intention to help or to whatsoever, my dear friends. Okay? But then, are you becoming victim of shiny object syndrome is what matters here, my dear friends. Trust me, my dear friends, this exam is a deeper exam. It does not test you at a shallow level. It's not a superficial exam. It tests your knowledge at a depth. Okay? I'll just share one example with you, my dear friends. My 2014 attempt, one of the last few attempts in the civil service exam, that was a time when people used to depend on paper 2 to clear the exam. Okay? I was not very strong in paper 2, my dear friends, and I accepted that. I was not able to score scores like 170, 180 like the way people used to score back then and get selected. That time paper 2 was not a qualifier. If you get 170, 180, even if you got less score in paper 1, you could qualify. Those were the times. Okay? But then, so I had to depend on paper 1. What I did, I told to myself, 1 subject, 1 book, 6 subjects, 6 books, plus 1 source for current affairs, altogether 7. Okay? Except for this, I resisted any form of temptation to read anything else, my dear friends. But these 7 things I read a good number of times, really good number of times. I don't want to mention it right now because you are just 10 days to exam and I don't want you to feel that, oh, so many times we have to revise. Okay? But then I read it a good number of times. Because of reading it good number of times, in the exam, my dear friends, when questions came, I was able to answer with conviction. Right now, you can go and see the 2014 prelims question paper. There are many questions which have options like none of the above, 1 only, 3 only, when they have given 4 statements. And you know what? You need a lot of mastery and authority over the subject if you have to answer such questions precisely. Connecting to what I'm trying, see, when the option is all of the above, or 1, 2 and 3, it becomes a good amount of guess goes there. But then when the options are none of the above, 4 options are given, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4, and then there are 4 options, A, B, C, D, where the option D says none of the above. And when you have to take an option of none of the above, you need to have a lot of conviction. This is the depth that I am talking about, my dear friends. And this depth only comes when you have read, reread, revised, recalled the same things again and again. Connecting to what I am trying to tell you? Fair enough, my dear friends? So please don't go with the shiny object syndrome. Tomorrow, when it is just 10 days to prelims, if I myself release a manual on current affairs saying 100 great topics for current affairs, you know what is my advice? Don't see it. If you have not done it with me for the last 6 to 7 months. Fair enough, my dear friends? Don't see it. If it is just 10 days to prelims. Connected to what I am trying to tell you? There are people who have worked with me who have, for the last 8-9 months, they have only done current affairs with me. Then it's fine. When it's 10 days to prelims, you can actually this manual will be of any use to you. So this is a time when your when your what do you call, online resources are going to flood like anything. But you should not be a victim of shiny object syndrome, my dear friends. Are you connecting to what I am trying to tell you? Whatever books you have read, you have reached certain level of mastery, achieve super mastery there. And that is what is going to help you win in the prelims. Prelims requires depth, my dear friends. You may still say, sir, some question in the last minute I would have seen, and if the same question comes, very good, you may get that question right, but you may get the answer right for that question. But then at the same time, if you have not revised properly, if you have not recalled what you have read earlier really well, then in the exam hall you will have a feeling of, I should have revised it better. Okay, so don't miss out the marks there. And when you get more and more marks there, and when you add up the score, it comes to something like 120 to 130, which will be way above the cutoff. That was the kind of score that I achieved in 2014 prelims, my dear friends. I got around 134 marks because I limited myself to properly 7 books and read it again and again and again, my dear friends. Fair enough, connecting to what I am trying to tell you. So this is the first thing. Avoid shiny object syndrome. Okay. The second mistake that you should avoid, my dear friends, avoid comfort zone victimization. People, when they're getting closer to the exam, my dear friends, they experience all sorts of comfort zone cravings, largely because of the brain that is that always seeks comfort zone. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends? What I'm trying to tell you is, brain always wants to see you avoid pain, and by seeing you avoid pain, it wants to keep you in mediocrity. It doesn't want to make you great. Do you get that, my dear friends? What I'm trying to tell you is, see, how many of you would have experienced this, my dear friends, what I'm going to share now? If you're writing your second or third attempt prelims, in your previous attempts, when it is 10 days to exam, all of a sudden you start feeling, hey, what's happening to my health? What will happen to my health on the day of exam? If something happens to my health on the day of exam, what's going to... Please avoid such thoughts, my dear friends. Those are brain's ways of pushing you to comfort zone. Still, and other people, start thinking, I'm still not prepared. Only 10 days are there. Maybe this attempt may not go well. Anyway, the next prelims is coming very early there is so less time from now to the next prelims. I'll sit and prepare. Please avoid such kind of comfort zone victimization. This is brain's way of victimizing you. Please know this, my dear friends. You need to be very strong to avoid this kind of mistakes, my dear friends. All right. See, ask yourself one question. Hey, am I aspiring for a job that is highly challenging? Am I aspiring for something as big as IAS that is highly challenging? If it is highly challenging, then right now, what am I doing? What are the actions that I am taking? When I see an exam as challenging, am I taking up the challenge or am I running away from it on the pretext of health, on the pretext of underpreparedness and all that? In fact, underpreparedness is only in your mind. The guy who has studied superbly also feels underprepared. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? What is key is to see that the next 10 days, when it is only 10 days to prelims, you are utilizing every single second to ensure that you are doing it really big. If you want to know how to utilize every single second, my dear friends, please watch my previous video. I teach you the concept of micro goals. In that video, you get to understand how to make use of every single second so that you can actually do well in the prelims. Fair enough, my dear friends. Okay. See, one more thing people do, my dear friends, in this comfort zone victimization. People keep saying, night I am not able to sleep in the night because I'm thinking too much about the exam and all that. You're thinking too much about the exam in the night only because you're not studying well in the day. So have this rule, my dear friends. Morning 9 to night 9 is my study time. Night 9 to morning 9 is chilling time. I mean, you don't have to study at all. From night 9 o'clock to morning 9 o'clock. You sleep, you relax, you talk to your parents, just be focused, that's all. And that's not a time for you to be thinking about, hey, oh, nahi, Joan. No. Are you understanding, my dear friends? Utilize time well from morning 9 to night 9. And how to utilize? You have the way that I have shared in my previous video, my dear friends, the concept of micro goals. Is that okay, my dear friends? So avoid, the second mistake is avoid comfort zone victimization. Your brain keeps telling you, hey, something is happening to your health. A mild headache, it will tell you, hey, this is corona-induced headache. Tell it to shut up. Okay, tell it, hey, it's okay, yaar. I'm still on. Whatever you tell me, that, hey, this is the reason you should avoid this prelims, I'll still go ahead and take up the prelims. So you can't avoid. When you start saying this to your brain, then it will start supporting you. It will start saying, beta, you are doing really well. Go ahead and do still better. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? Fair enough? Superb, my dear friends. Now, if you have understood the two mistakes that I shared just with you, with you just now, my dear friends, get to know the third mistake and the most important mistake that people commit in the last 10 days to prelims, which you should avoid. Avoid all forms of resistance. Avoid all forms of resistance, my dear friends. Resistance against any of your family member, resistance against any of your friends, resistance against your competitors, resistance against anyone in your life, including yourself. I hope you know what's the meaning of resistance, my dear friends. Any kind of hatred or anger or frustration or any of these things, it amounts to resistance, my dear friends. Beat resistance. See, look at here, many of us have this feeling when we are taking up civil service exam, we are some God's gift to our family. Our siblings did not take it up, we took it up, we are doing some big sacrifice for our family. Please, if you have such notions, remove it out of your head, my dear friends. Got that what I am trying to tell you? Allow people to be in their lives. This is your locus and focus in life. Taking up this exam and being successful here is your locus and focus of life. If someone is relaxing in life, it is their locus and focus of life. You don't have to start thinking that everyone in home should behave in a particular way only because you're taking up this exam and, they will have to they'll have to go an extra mile in supporting you in corporate. No, please don't have such, especially in the last 10 days. Because when you have such expectations, take it from me, 99.9% of times, those expectations will not be met. And when they are not met, unnecessarily you will suffer from a lot of, frustration and dejection and all that, my dear friends. So it's okay for you to accept the fact that it's fine, the exam that I'm doing right now, I'm doing it for myself. It's for my social identity, my social status and my aspirational goals. None of my family members or anyone in my life, my girlfriend, whatsoever, okay, no one has anything to do with it. Okay, I'm doing it for myself. No one need cooperate. I need to be focused. I need to do my work for myself. Are you connecting to what I'm trying to tell you? Fair enough. So don't have any expectations from anyone and unnecessarily don't develop resistance against anyone, including yourself. Don't even have that self-blame, that self-remorse and all that. I should have studied better. There's only 10 days now. How will I cope up? Just like I told you, apply the micro goals concept. You'll be surprised. 10 days, you can complete your prelims preparation absolutely, my dear friends. If you can avoid these three mistakes, my dear friends. 1, the shiny object syndrome. 2, the comfort zone victimization. 3, all forms of resistance. Take it from me, my dear friends. October 4th, you will be a winner. You will be a winner for sure. And you are going to mention in this comment box just below this video that, sir, I did it for sure. Just by avoiding these 3 mistakes, I did it fantastically. Take it from me, you will get 20 marks above the cutoff if you can just avoid these 3 mistakes. All right? All the best to all of you, my dear friends. Do superbly in the exam. See you all in my next video.